Hello! In this video I've just been trying out some paper. When I'm sketching I like to, well, my ideal drawing paper is the Winsor & Newton Bristol board. It's really nice to work on. But if I'm just doing a sketch, then that's quite expensive paper to be doodling on or sketching on, throwing away. So what I'm always doing is often looking out for alternatives to the Bristol board. One of the approaches I sometimes try is cardstock or much thicker printer paper. So what I've got here, I was trying out the Xerox colortech Plus, and the main reason I wanted to try this was to see how the markers worked out, because I found with some of the more absorbent papers the ink tends to be pretty dark at the end of the picture. So I was just working on this new printer paper I was trying. Now the first thing I've noticed with this was that it's such a very smooth finish. It's really almost like maybe grease paper. It's very smooth, and it means you can draw on this with a pencil. It comes out quite dark, and it's pretty easy to erase the marks afterwards, which is nice. On the downside is the paper just isn't very heavy, so I think it's 140 GSM, and what I've found was that if I lean on the paper while I'm working, so normally when I'm doing a graphite drawing I lean on the paper quite a lot. I use another sheet of paper to protect the surface, but leaning on it while it starts to deform the paper, and it starts to sort of like, as if it's getting damp and getting bulges in the paper. So this isn't great paper for drawing on big images on the graphite, but it seems it's okay for sketches like this. I don't spend a lot of time in any one area. Now I'm starting with the inking here, and the inking's really nice on this paper because it's such a smooth finish. It works really well. I like that a lot. And also once I've done the inking, it's much easier to erase the pencil underneath. And yeah, the ink which really flows nice and smooth, and there's no scratchy marks at the end of the pen on here either. It's really nice. It's there, just taking off the pencil. I was a bit concerned that I might crumple the paper up, so when you're erasing those pencil lines, it's quite easy to just catch the paper a bit and end up with a crease right through your drawing. And I was worried that would be the case here. But what I found at the minute in this drawing, I'm leaning on a perspex sheet. That's what my drawing board is. You see a bit of the reflection here because it's a transparent sheet. But I found when I put this paper down, it's like the electrostatic is holding the paper in place as well, and that helped when I was doing the erasing. So here I am just starting with the markers. So these are the finecolour markers, nice cheap ones that I got from China, and I think the colours going down really well for these. I mean, this is not a great drawing. It's nice. It's a very quick sketch, and it's not the greatest colouring either. As you can see, sometimes I keep grabbing the wrong tone to colour in with. But I just wanted to see how smooth it went down and how easily the colour coverage. And what I noticed is that the ink goes on quite nicely. It's dark and then sort of a bit lighter as it dries, which is really what I was hoping for, because I found with other papers the mark was just too dark at the beginning really. I didn't do a whole lot of blending with this. I really wasn't too concerned about having a blending effect on there, but I just wanted to see if I can get a nice smooth coverage with the ink. So most of the time I'm using the thin end of the marker for this, like just there. But here I'll start using the thicker end to see how that goes. And I notice more streaks in the thicker marker. I need to go for it a few times to blend that one out. And then here I was just needing a bit of shade on the white stocking, so I went for the grey. I noticed a lot of the markers in the set that I've got the 72 pen set. There's not that many lighter tones. You can certainly see my acrylic board as a lamp above it there, even though you can't quite see drawn at the top of the camera because it's off of shot there. But overall I was pretty happy with this paper. It's quite nice. What I'm trying to do here was use the opaque white ink pen that I got. It didn't work terribly well. I'm not sure if that's because the colours weren't dry enough yet, or the pen wasn't terribly good. But anyway, this is my quick sketch for the week. Hope you like it.